take in speaking here, but I speak for two inductees, so my promise to take only 5 minutes has become of the past. I find it much safer to write it out so I don't forget the great one-liners that can get you through an ordeal like this. I thought I had closed out my public speaking at the Rotary-sponsored 99th birthday party a few months ago. If I remember correctly, I limited it to thank you. After all, one of the first talks I ever made in Maywood was when, in my role as Master of Ceremonies, at the first golf tournament sponsored by our weekly newspaper, Our Town, I swept beautifully through the award ceremonies, and I closed shop by forgetting to award the grand prize to the winner, Frank Cassie. Here I was saying with a sweep of my hand, okay, that's it, now enjoy your meal. It unleashed a torrent of protest from at least half of the 64 golfers saying, what about the winner? That performance removed me from the list of local people capable of talking extemporaneously. If I knew I was going to follow Hal Bloom, I wouldn't have come. I was hoping it wouldn't be alphabetical.
Okay.
While I was in high school, at the only time I ran for public office, I panicked the full auditorium when, as I was reciting, "Dear Mr. Principal, Mr. Connors, and the student body," I was putting a tack I was using to attach a poster to the lectern through my fingernail, and I had difficulty in removing my finger. I should add that later, that morning, I was caught by the principal when sneaking re-entering the school through a rear door after going out to have lunch, a serious violation. I will never forget his incredulous, "Aren't you the one who won the presidency today? Did you take the top papers off? Give me the other three." And he should have told me it was 4. Back to reading from script. In preparing for the next edition of the newsletter I turn out about twice a month for the Maywood Rotary, I came across a quote that I thought would be a good opening for this talk, and I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. So here it goes. At age 99, I think it's safe to me to say, I was always taught to respect my elders, but it keeps getting harder to find one. How true, is there anyone older than me here? I don't know how it happened, but it happened. Now about the exciting Maywood Hall of Fame and my deep appreciation for being included. First, let me say that one individual missing from the list is none other than Betty Fetzer, president of I was afraid one of the other speakers would beat me to it. Betty, born in Maywood, is forever its historian, one who has done so much for our community. But as chair of this committee, she eliminated herself from consideration, perhaps next year. Publishing a community newspaper provides the perfect opportunity to become an asset to the heart of a town of 10,000, such as Maywood was in 1948 when Lil and I moved here from the Bronx. And then 44 years later, when you retire, you realize that you have had countless gratifying experiences from major to minor to help your town grow, to bring joy and enrichment to your fellow townspeople, such as deep involvement in bringing senior citizen housing, Lydecker Manor to Maywood, helping a local family adopt a child from Poland by promoting a fundraiser to make it possible, for the athletic adult establishing sport events, an annual golf tournament almost 60 years ago, which is still going on thanks to the Maywood Rotary and Ted Gustenhoven in particular. And a team tennis competition, which is stronger than ever, while approaching 40 years of putting 24 players on the courts every Saturday. Only 2 left. How does that sound?